This is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I will see more of them trying.
Cousins now into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how we wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Oh, he's got a little daylight. That one 28 yards on the ground. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Saquon Barkley with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
13 yards. First down, Jets.
The hunt! Eddie! Oh, you got deep? Run! He's telling run!
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 31, Cousins. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A good pickup there, a 22. First catch of this game, a big one. Of course, he had the big performance last week when he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, but that was so last week, wasn't it? I mean, look at what he's doing now. I think he's trying to exceed what he did in that game and continue to ascend in this season.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Cousins to throw it this time. Pass incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to look deep for Moore. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They find some open field here. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and more past the 30. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Jumper. General West. Leave up 48. Hey, Delta.
A first down throw for Cousins. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front. Gostkowski for the point after. And it is now 21-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Bryant has it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins, he's going to take off with it. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse.
It's caught inside the 25. They give him a gain of 38. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to...
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in the game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Saquon Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Man left, man left. 3 down, 3 down.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Flush to his right. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
To Juju Smith-Schuster. First and goal.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Corey Littleton able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal. Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 13-year man puts it through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Cousins the thrower. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Got a man open. It's Sutton. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll throw again. Cousins. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Final play of the half. Cousins. He's sets to fire. He's got it at the 15. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
59, ready. White 25. Hey, watch the slant. White. Mike. Hey, Alpha. Mike 54. Check. Watch the run. Shift.
On third down, Ryan. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time, but it'll be second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again, Ryan. This is Miller, complete. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point good by Gostkowski, and the lead will swell by one more. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start ahead.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Martavis Bryant hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that will shave one more off this lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They go play action now. Ryan. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, South. 91 is the mark. Drop deep, drop deep. Check 50, check 50. Wait.
To throw is Ryan. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Hey, express. Hey, Tuesday. Double up. Gun. He's coming, double up. Let him go.
Play action. Ryan. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Corey Littleton. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Here's Austin. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Cousins now. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Tavecchio to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make our score 31-14 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Strong left. Danny. 22. 91.
Ryan. And his throw here's incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And it's 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
54, move. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's go.
Play action. It's Ryan. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
3 buzz.
They go play action with Ryan. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th.
Ready? 54, Mike. It's a party now.
On 1st down, Ryan. That's caught by Howard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven 1st.
Check.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. A'Shawn Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Hey, express.
Ryan. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. O.J. Howard with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Watch the distance. Here we go. No, check that. Zebra.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there on 20 yards.
Good route here. Watch the pass.
First down, here's Cousins. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins, dance, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. Cousins on 3rd and 2. And he's got his target. That's more. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Here's Cousins. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it second and short. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Cousins, escaping the pressure right. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Christian McCaffrey, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Ryan down around the goal line. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Ryan now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Barkley on first down running into a wall as he's stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll go to Barkley again. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now it's Ryan. Going top shelf for Smith. Shoot. It got his man. Complete. A late hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.